Hello all, welcome to the new video of the Bullet Chess for All has organized this. Hello all. Okay, so all set. Leeches is working right now, luckily for all, and tournament should start now in about 30 seconds. There are around 16 players. I am playing as well, and I would just like to play few games and watch few games and just try to explain what comes to my mind when I'm playing the games, how I calculate, and how others are trying to build up the strategy against different players. So by watching game as well as listening to the commentary, you also learn a lot of things in your life. Okay, I too have been watching the games long back, and I have learned a lot by watching the games as well. So let's start the tournament. I think the opponent must get assigned now. N- Mind you, this is a bullet tournament 2 plus 1, wherein the Brosek is allowed. Brosek mode, most of you must not be knowing. Brosek mode is a mode in tournament which allows you to slash your. Okay, so the tournament has started, and some of them have already won without playing the games, or probably opponent have not played the game. So let's see what's happening right now. So this Bombay Rocker has won already. Sahil has won. Uh, okay, My Shakti has won. MP. So this is the thing which happens when without playing the game a person wins sometimes, and this is a bit of disheartening. Something this is happening from last few days because of the server issue. Even the game is not getting assigned right now. I'm waiting to just check if game is getting assigned. Okay, guys. So I'm not sure why this is happening. Okay, probably Viren was absent. I got free 2 points. Okay, let's wait for some time and just check if the game is starting. Okay, so one of the games is in progress. Let's check. Let's check the game. So this is the game between My Shakti and Sahil. This is a King's Indian defense with. Okay, so d4, knight g6, c4, bishop g7, knight c3, d6, e4, and h6. And h6 is a bit of not sure which line is this, but I think there is a concept of hippopotamus defense wherein the knight goes to f7 and tries to defend the h6 square as well as support in the center by playing e5. So knight e2 and then knight c5, castles, knight takes d3, queen takes d3, c5, g4, queen a5, king b1, a6. So this is how the black plays. Black tries to attack on the queen side by playing b4 and opening up b5 by playing b5, sorry, not b4, and opening trying to open up the files on queen side. h4 b5, pawn takes, and now okay, I think was there bishop a6 available there? Bishop a6 would have been better, right? Bishop a6, queen moves, bishop takes e2, knight takes e2, and the e3 pawn might have been hanging. But queen b3 is a defense there. But bishop a6, queen b3, rook b8, rf b8 was better, I think. Yep. Okay, so g5, knight g3, bishop d7, queen goes back, rook b8. Now the rooks are very well lined up in A and B files. Now knight will try to join the attack on queen side. So there is a sacrifice on g5 coming. You can see the rook lining on g5. So if bishop takes g5, f takes g5, rook takes g5, check, king goes to h8. Then the rook comes to, okay, rook g7 is, so rook now will go to g1, threatening to do the rook g7 check. If bishop takes g7, then another rook can come on g7 and try to capture the queen on a7 with a skewer. Right, this is what I'm seeing now. Bishop takes g7, then pawn takes g7 and g8. Push queens was the threat, but okay. White has given queen a4 check first, king d8, and now rook g8. Yes, the bishop is hanging queen f7 probably. Queen f7, will queen f7 work? I think that's forced, not just works, but it is forced, I think, right now. So in such situation, what will you play as black? How will you defend? So king e7, the f8 is defended now. King is defending the f8 square. Rook g7, and yes, the threat, the skewer is on. How will the white win thereafter? Because there won't be much minor pieces left on the board, just the queen and knight. Although white has the f pawn as the passer, so white has to bank upon the f pawn as the passer. That passer is going to help white win. Just has to make sure that the queen side is well defended. Can knight now go to c6? Knight c6 and knight d4. Knight c6 and knight d4. I think d4 would be a very good outpost for that knight. From d4, it is controlling the f3 square, the b3 square. It can come back to b5. Yes, knight c6 is played. So knight c6 and now knight d4. Okay, so queen c1 is better. Now queen g5 check is available. And black has to be careful here because d6 is hanging. So queen e7 check. King goes to b6. Queen cross d6. Yes, that's a good move. So these are all the weaknesses in black's camp. Black is under time pressure now. Queen d6 check. King a8. Queen takes e5 or queen takes c5. Okay. Queen takes c5. Rook goes to b7. And now can queen go back to d6 and attack the e5 pawn? Check. Queen d6 again. Queen d6 and queen cross e5. Both players are under time pressure now. Just 14 seconds remaining on the clock. They have to play pretty fast. F pawn is the passer now. Yes, as I said before, that F pawn is going to help black win this game. F7 was there was a check on B. Okay, knight b3 check. A good one. King c1 is forced. And I think f7 can be played now. Yes, if rook cross f7, then queen a6 check. Rook comes back. Queen c6 check. Rook comes back. Mhm. Critical pressure moments. Who can handle the pressure better, white or black? It's difficult for white now. It's not easy out there. A difficult life for white. Lone queen cannot help you win. Pawn a4 or queen a5 check, and white has ran out of time. So good game, attacking game from both the sides. Let's go back to the tournament and Check another game. Who else is playing? 17 players playing right now, including me, but I am just waiting for a game to get assigned. So meanwhile, let us just check Shash 93. Let us check what's happening over here. So Shash 93, I think has interesting endgame. Interesting endgame. White has an outside passer here, and White should get slight advantage if I'm not wrong. Okay, I got a game. Let me just go back and play the game. Okay, so d4, g6, knight f3. Let me go for a Catalan structure. In Catalan, you just play this fianchetto and then try to attack on the queen side. Yeah, this is a same player who was playing against my. Then he played f6, knight f7, and e5. So what difference should I do now? Let me just try playing on the queen side. He is going to play f6, knight f7, and e5. And e4 was played in the previous game, the King's Indian setup. But let us not go there in this game. Let's just try to play passive in this game, and let's check how the black plays actually in this kind of setup. Okay, now the d pawn is under pressure. What if I exchange? He's going to play. Let me play d5. Knight goes back, and now I have to play. It's okay if this bishop gets eliminated. Let me try playing on the queen side, just trying to push some pawns. Now the f5 and e4 is. So this is one of the good techniques that I have found recently, that knight f7, knight h6, and knight f7. Yeah, and now e4 and getting the center control of the knights. So that's actually a good plan in the long run. Okay, so what I can do now? What can I do now? c5, c5, d takes c5. Is there any threat that I can use? d6, pawn takes d6, knight d5, d5, bishop d5, bishop b7 will be available if I play c5. e4 will give an option. Let me keep the bishop back and invite him to play e4. Knight goes to h5, is putting pressure on the d4 e4 square. hmm let's just play simple chess here. Try getting few pieces off the board. Knight takes, queen takes, pawn takes is evident now. It's coming soon, hard and fast. What can we do? Let's try to play some tricky moves. Queen has to move. Yep. Now the e2 is hanging. I have to take care of e2. I have to put the bishop on e4 so that rook e8 and e4 is not possible easily. hmm And let me play bishop e4. So playing with mouse and playing on mobile makes a lot of difference. You can make quick moves on the mobile, but when you're playing on the mouse, it takes ages to get your pieces going. Okay, now I'm going to play king h2, a sneaky move, and then rook h1, taking it back to the king side for attack. How is black going to handle this attack now? Now this rook is going to go h3, the second rook will join him on h1. And is there a sacrifice coming? No, I can't see any sacrifice coming as of now. King will come to h7 now, right? Then g4 is possible. Bishop g5. Okay, difficult position. Now knight is going to go on d4, and I have to push the pawn. Now if h5, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. I don't know if this works, but I'm under time pressure now. But I was just trying to play a bit. Now rook h8 is the threat of check and mate. Yes, so I am getting a mate here. Okay, a simple game. Just play simple chess. Create opportunities for yourself. No adventures. Just simple pure chess. Okay. Now I'm pausing here. I'm just trying to see if anyone is available who all are playing. Let us check MPH scheme. Okay, what's happening here? What was the opening? It's a Sicilian defense. E4, C5, knight F3, D6. Okay, so black resigned, but let me. It was a short game actually. Let us have a quick look. So nf3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, a dragon, bishop g7, bishop e3, and Yugoslav attack. Okay, so this is a mistake. This knight g4 should not be allowed by white. You should play f3 first before playing queen d2. Because once this dark squared bishop is out of the board, then it's difficult to challenge the dragon bishop on g7. So bishop f4, e5, a fork to both the pieces, h3, here, okay, knight f6, bishop h6, pawn takes, bishop takes g7, pawn takes knight, bishop takes, and this is an easy win. So a clear mess from white side. This is not how you should play the Yugoslav attack. Let's go back to the tournament and let's join back. Let's play a couple of more games. Probably let's try Brosak this time. And if those players who are not aware what is a Berserk mode, next game I'm going to go Berserk and show you how to you can do a Berserk mode. You Berserk mode reduces your time by half, and you get an extra point if you win. Okay, so meanwhile, let's just see who else is playing. Shash is playing a game with Bombay Rocker. So Shash and Bombay Rocker. Let's see what happened in the opening. E4, D5 was Scandinavian defense. E takes D5, Knight F6, Knight takes. This is a modern Scandinavian defense wherein Black plays Knight F6 first. Instead of capturing the pawn on D5, Queen takes D5, Queen F3. White is offering a simple exchange of the queens. Bishop E6. A developing move, queen takes d5, bishop takes d5, and queens are off the board. This is going to go a long way to the ending with the minor pieces all around. Yes, kicking the knight away. Pawn c3. Now rook is lining up against the king on d2, creating an X-ray attack. And black is doing the right thing by opening up the center as white's king is stuck in center. You should try to open it so that you can expose his king and try to generate some attack, a mating attack probably. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So once the king is stuck in center, it's difficult to defend. Bishop d6, rook d6. I think white is holding a bit of advantage here. Sorry, black is holding an advantage here because of an extra pawn in the ending. Okay, bishop takes g2, check. So this is the trap. Check. Okay, it's not a trap. Okay, pawn takes, and black should win this one. Black should easily win this one. Lot of pawns. Yes, it's a check and mate. Let's go back to tournament and see some other games. MPH Chess and Sahil. Let's see what's happening in this game. What was the opening? So d4, f5, a Dutch defense, e3, knight f6, bishop goes to d3, g6, a fianchetto version of Dutch defense. Interesting variation. f4, castles, knight f3, d6, castles, b6, e4, knight takes, bishop b7. I got a game, guys. I have to go back and play this game. Yep, e4. Let me play a closed game, c6 this time. Karakan Bombay Rocker is playing against me. Queen e2. I'll play d6. I'm just trying to play a simple developing moves, no adventures, no hanky panky defenses. Just simple pure chess. So you have to sometimes get the judgment. So queen e2, probably the reason is that white is planning to give a queenside castle here, so he has played a premature queen e2 here. I have to take my rook out of this bishop's attack. So just try to play simple. I'm going to play e5 now. Next move, blocking this e5 break from white side. So all the pieces are still stuck. Okay, now if d5, then I can capture, and I can play knight to b6 attacking this d5 pawn, but the b5 pawn is hanging. That's okay. If bishop takes knight, then I can capture back with the bishop. I can also capture with the queen here. Yeah, capturing with the queen will be interesting. Pawn takes pawn. Can I capture the bishop? Pawn takes, and I can capture with the bishop. C6 would be hanging. Let's try some adventures. There is no fun in playing much safe. Let's just try to play some adventurous game. Okay, now the things which are not developed is rook and this bishop. So we have to next target to develop these two pieces. That was expected because let's capture with the knight. Knight e4 is there. Queen can go back to d6 or knight f3 check is knight f3 check is better. Knight f3, bishop f3, knight f3, bishop f3, and queen goes to. Okay, I'm getting the h3 pawn, and I just have to play d5 now to save. G5 is also hanging. Can I capture the rook or can I attack the knight? If I attack the knight, rook can go to d8. If goes to rook e6, then c6 is also supported. So let me just try playing this move. I want to support c6 also. Rook d8, and now let me try attacking the knight. Knight has to go back. Knight has to go back. Yep. And now can I just attack this knight? F6 check, knight d6. Okay, let's try playing some. Aha, I forgot about this pawn. This was hanging from long time. I should have just captured the rook. Now I would have to give away the exchange and again struggle for the remaining part of the game. So this is how you should not play chess. You should keep a watch on all your hanging pieces. Avoid keeping them in the first place. No, no, this won't work. What should I do? Where should I take the rook? Last 20 seconds. Rook b6, rook f6. Just try to exchange. Let white prove that he can win here. Of course, he can easily, but still let him prove that he can win easily here. hmm Rook takes, bishop f6, rook b7. hmm I think that's a loss. Okay, okay, let's check the next game. Sahil is playing against whom? My Shakti. Let's check this game. It has just begun, so e4. My Shakti has played c5, knight f3, d6, bishop c4, e6, d4, c takes d4, queen takes d4. This is called as a checkover variation, wherein white captures this pawn on d4 with the queen and not with the knight. So knight f6, e5, d takes e5, queen takes queen, king takes, knight e5, king goes back to e8, bishop g5, bishop e7, knight c3, e6. Yes, knight b5 has to be stopped. Long castles. Knight d7, knight takes, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and knight e4. Should bishop have gone back to e7? Probably. But this is a small fortress. I like this fortress on f7, f6, and the e6 pawn. So b5, bishop b3, rook goes to d8. So black has just managed to pull the things back apart from his one lonely hanging pawn on h7. Rest all seems to be fine. Yep. Can white king march to h6 now straight away? There was nothing that black can do right now, so probably king from c1 had to march towards the h6 square. Interesting endgame. So the bishop is trapped right now. It has to now king has to come to e3 probably to support the f3 pawn and then play g4 by playing h3. But white has directly so bishop yes. So this is how yep f6. If white plays f6, then that would be a pawn gone. So two passers on E and F files for black versus no passers of white. This position is, I think, winning for black unless white makes some, unless black some makes some mistake or a blunder. He should not lose here. So connected passers on E and F files are clear winning for black. So probably white missed a trick when he played bishop h7. Instead of bishop h7, he should have played king to d2 e3 and continued the king march towards the center of the board. Yeah, now just pawn to e2 and white black should win this game. Yep. So easy win for black now. The only thing is that the h a7 pawn has to be taken up. I'm just trying to join the tournament and play one of the games before the tournament ends. Just 3 minutes remaining in the tournament to get our new winner for this. So the game is done. Black is victorious here. Let's check if anything. Let's check a game. So Bombay Rocker is really rocking this tournament. He has won all games except one. So let's see if any other game is going on. Okay, let's check this game. So it's between Amit Kumar and Nati La. Okay, let's check what happened in the opening. So d4. Okay, I got my game against my Shakti. Let's try to play Borsak this time. I'm just trying to play a Berserk mode. So this option everyone should know that there is option this option which you can help and get reduced your half time. So your time is getting reduced by half as well as your increment goes away. Okay, so that is something that you have to take care that you're playing without increment. You have to play extremely fast in this case. You cannot just sit back, relax and play very easily. No, not allowed. You have to play fast. You have to move very swiftly and making sure you have a very good attack and you're keeping pressure on the opponent. Now I'm going to play bishop b6, putting my pieces on the good squares. Rook c1 should come very soon. If bishop e6, I'm going to capture this bishop and yeah, knight a5. Can I play queen b4? Now again, idea is bishop b6. Let me play it back. It's just a question mark to black what he is going to play, how he is going to reply. So let me just put my bishop on b6, trying to squeeze on the. I should have played rook e3. Now the rook is hanging. Okay, but I can still play this one. Yep. What can I play? How can I play? Bishop takes e6. Pawn d5 is now playable. Castles, knight e2. Ah, rook c1 is a mate. Okay, I missed it just in time. Just 6 seconds remaining for a tournament. And this is how you have to play the Berserk mode. So we'll get the winners very shortly. So these are today's winners: Natila 25, Bombay Rocker, and My Shakti. Congratulations to all the winners. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. More tournaments and more videos coming soon for all of you. If you have liked the video, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with all your friends. Also, make sure you stay home, take care of yourself and your family. Its health is very important. Everything else can wait forever. Bye bye and take care. Good night.